Welcome back to another episode of This Is the Bennett, the Albedo, the Amber, the Noel. I wanted to click on N for Noel, no, and Noel is number 4. How would I even choose, like... I am so stupid. Alright, and we are going to go to the Wanwen Bookhouse in Liu Harbor, because this is the Justice for Book's Sake quest, which is the follow-up from the previous Adventurer's Guide 1, and let's get ourselves some help in this library. Where are all those stones coming from? That is just boom. Oh, no obligation to buy. That's just great. So you could just look at the books and that's it. Come on. Yeah, let's hope it's here. It wasn't selling, but why wasn't it selling? Whoa, look at her eyes. She seems to be really strained by it. Oh, come on, customers. But yeah, the Liu area might be a bit more dangerous. Well, just because it's personal doesn't mean that... Okay, it kind of depends. Like, if you want a general guide, then of course it would make sense to use certain general, not general, certain standardized ways of valuing that. But still, the personal one is much more interesting because it just depends on the person themselves, and therefore you can also sell different kinds of guides, right? So there's no standard Liu guide. There are like guides from this person and that person, and depending on their values, right, you get a different guide and also a different in-depth way of looking at things. What kind of complaints were these? Like too much passion? Not enough clarity? Come on. Well, actually, it really was a good read. Really was. Kind of eye-opening, but on a fourth wall kind of way. Chang the Ninth. Was it Chang the Ninth? I know Chang the Ninth, I just don't know where he is. Okay. 彼がまだリーユエ校にいた頃、うちの常連さんでね、今でもたまに彼に本を送ったりするよ。今、絶版本と言った？ Oh, out of print books? Who's that? And Xing something. あの絶版した新小説劇録第6巻も彼のコレクションにあるかもしれないということ？Ooh, Legend of the Shadow. I think I have this one. Yeah, you shouldn't sneak up on people like that. But who are you? Ah, Xingqiu. I think he's pronounced differently in Japan. Yeah, makes sense. Please lead the way. I don't know, it sounds like quite a trek. Well, it is quite a trek. It's all the way up north, but at least, yeah, makes sense. Let's go. Do we just end up in... Nope, we have to go there. By hand or by feet. So, go to Xingqiu village and visit Chang the Ninth's house. Nope, Jifang. Does she have anything else to say? Found one you like, please pay over here. I want to know about the Wanwen Bookstore. Nope, any recommended reads, that's not it. Let's see, does she have a book in store that I could buy? Quest item, Moonlit Bamboo Forest 2 and 3. All of them are quest items. Rex Incognito, Records of Juyun. Everything is a... wow. I don't even know if I have those or not, but it might be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this one is 15,000. And another 15,000 makes 30,000, 31,500. Interesting. 31,000. Yeah, let's just buy every one of them. Purchase this one, and that one, and that one, and this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and another one, and another one, and this one too, and there we are, fully loaded up. Perfect. So, Spring White Horse and Moonlight, which means buy all the books from here. So, Xingqiu, what about you? So, a copy of the Legend of the Shattered Halberd. Interesting. Volume 6. So, you want a specific volume, not just everything in here. Don't say whatever it takes. It will lead you down a really sad path. Always be willing to have a limit. So, yeah, is he following us? I don't think so. No. He just stays here. You can't do anything. Anyway, let's just go further north. This is the village, and it's... yeah, you have to go up the stairs and then to the right. I could try to just go downstairs from over here. The Hidden Palace of So. Hidden Palace of So. No. The Hidden Palace of So, I think, was in this ghostly, yeah, this environment. Let's see. I could try to kind of climb all the way up and down, and this is the wrong way. Let's get some meat. Yo. And keep the stamina going. Wait for it. Wait for it. The thing is, yeah, Chang the Ninth's house, you have to go up some ladders behind the granny. Whoa. And I just don't want to go up the ladders. I just want to fall down. This is much quicker. This is why I went up here. And it's also a nice way to get some specialties, Liu specialties, but they don't really matter that much because it's not... well, yeah, it's not the time to get them, but there, we have it. That must be... when are we able to see his name? Chang the Ninth. There we go. So, talk to Chang the Ninth. Doesn't he usually have items around that you can pick? No. Okay, so it wasn't this house, it was another. Excuse me, are you Chang the Ninth? He probably is, because that's his name. Well, we are here because of a book. Borrow is a good thing. Being the permanent custodian would be the better one. Oh. So, if he's so obsessed about books, why does he look so sad right now? Oh. Okay. Oh, the first option is quite mean. You got nothing to read now. He probably already has read everything. It's just about, well, collecting it and having it at a nice place to look at. That's pretty cool. What you need is actually the back of the books. Somewhere for you to look nice, like a what is it that people had, like a Wikipedia, what was it, like a whole series of I can't get the name for it, like Gutenberg or something like that. No, it wasn't Gutenberg, it was named something else. Anyway, encyclopedia, there we go, something like that. Collection of knowledge. You're bored now that you've got nothing to read. Wait, wait. So bored or sad? He looks more sad than bored.
違う。本はわしの人生だ。わしが一生かけて集めた大切なコレクションが全部なくなったんだよ。
It's about investing whatever it is to collect that, right? It's like, it's some, it's not about the books itself, it's about what they represent, how they are sorted, like the whole thing around them. This is what is the interesting bit, not the books themselves, they're just a tool.
君たちに叫んでも意味がないことくらい分かってる。それより早く金を作る方法を考えないと。
But if he is a businessman at heart, then he should have no problems finding another way of doing business here. And if he is so keen on collecting books, then he could also maybe apply this knowledge, this ability to something else entirely. Who knows? Maybe fruit or whatever. Let's use this. Yeah, we got that. That's not really that helpful.
あの新小説劇録の第6巻も七に入れたということかな。
He probably has that one lying around, does he?
おや？そのタイトルを知っているとは、君はなかなかにいいセンスしてるな。
おいらたちにはセンスがないって言ってないか？
But we don't. Yes, you don't.
それは時代を代表する記書の一つだ。出版された時は誰も興味を示さなかったが。
Good marketing, that's what it was.
後に武教小説に対するイメージを変えるものとなり、それを模倣するものもたくさん現れた。
Oh, a martial arts book. I know some martial artists in Liu. It might be that they have this book lying around. Maybe I have one of those versions, probably somewhere in my inventory. It was this crazy lightning dude, I believe. Anyway.
最初の印刷数はかなり少なく、すぐさま絶版したんだよ。
First edition, come on. It's the same book if it is the second edition anyway.
その後、重版されたのだけど、続編として出版された第6巻だけはなぜか再販されなかった。
Allegedly.
そうそう、その通りだ。数がとても少ないからどれだけ金に困っても七には入れられないよ。
Oh, so now he has it.
つまり、その本はまだここにあるということだね。
Yeah, but if he's not going to pawn it away, right, then he's probably going to, well, keep it for as long as possible.
ああ、唯一わしの手元にあるコレクションだ。
Yeah, you can't just take the ring from Gollum. You have to give something in return, or you have to trick him.
おい、お前。いつまで待たせる気だ。石箔、売るのか売らないのか。
Cor Lapis? Are we talking about like the crystals, the ore, or are we talking about something else?
シゲ最高様を怒らせたら、ファディを怒らせたことと同じだからな。どうなるか分かっているんだろうな。
And Gentry Maocai is, I think, the boss chef of the ore business in Liu.
また君か。それでも7割も引かれた値段で売るわけにはいかない。そんな値段で売ったら永遠に本を取り戻せなくなる。
70% discount, what? Never give out discounts.
そんなことは知らん。本を読みたいか生きていたいかお前が選べ。それとも本を抱えて棺桶に入りたいのか。
Well, and if it happens to be, then it's his decision.
そんな
Sounds to me like a threat,
お
almost.
兄さん、商売というのは互いが合意した上でするものだ。強要はいけない。
That's the rule of business.
なんだお前お前には関係ないだろ
コカハ行く秋。ただのおせっかい者だ。
Come on, it's one dude.
コカハ今コカハと言ったがこの時代にまだコカハを口にするやつがいるとはな
The Guhua clan, or yeah, I think it's the Guhua clan, was a martial artist's. Maybe, yeah, this is the reason why he's going after the Halberd, isn't it? This is a large martial artists clan in the what was it? I found two of them in the spiky area with all of those pointy mountains. There are two of them looking for some Guhua stuff.
ただの名前だけのモンパだろよくも俺の前に立てたもんだ
正義と肩書きは関係ない。君も虎の意を狩る狐のような召使いだろ
The weasel was not tiger biting.
お前首を洗って待ってろ絶対に痛い目に合わせてやる
Come on, you're not the, you're just the messenger here.
あとお前もだあの鉱石は何が何でも売ってもらうからな
Why are they so obsessed with the Cor Lapis?
生き地獄とはまさにこのことか
ところで、例の本は貸してもらえないだろうか
Everybody's forcing him to sell his book. It's just great. Absolutely no sense of the situation. Give the man a minute. Jeez Louise. 2 words. Situational awareness. Yes.
いいんだ心配してくれる人なんて求めてはいないさっきかばってくれた例に貸してやるよ
So, is he going to say anything now? That's weird. It's all over there.
ありがとう、
Or then
この
leave.
本を3年も探してたんだ。この恩は必ず返す。
Well, maybe we should just give him all of the maybe not all of it. Some Cor Lapis that we have, so he can sell as much as he can, even with the 70% discount.
そういうのはいい本をちゃんと返してくれれば大丈夫だコカハの弟子に期待なんかしていないしな
Whoa, situational awareness, right? Bam, bam, bam. Now he gets it.
おいもう行くのかまだ何も解決してないだろ
Look for Xingqiu after he left with the book. If you're here to make fun of an old man, you picked the wrong one. I don't take any nonsense. Yeah, who are you? Da-da-da-da. Exact number. Anyone who wanted to business. I knew it was me they had to impress. Da-da-da-da. Liu Quixin. Ah, okay. So, why did you move here to live as a hermit? Well, it was so somewhat unexpected. Turn of events, the business started going downhill, so I thought I'd sell the old abode and move out here, where it's peaceful and quiet to get away from it all. And now he's away from it all, but it still comes biting him in the behind. The ancients had a saying, he who has not known poverty has yet to become a true man. I might only have this hut and my book collection. No book collection anymore to my name, but I'm optimistic that my time will come again sooner or later. Let's hope sooner. Wondering about the mineral trade maybe? Well, I shan't say any more or I'd be handing you a business opportunity. Yeah, and that's the thing. He's talking about some business opportunity, but for some reason... yeah, why are you here? Still, you can see how that Dr. Liu has made a name for himself as one of Liu's top writers. That part about the Guhua clan plague getting smashed, killed me. It's a plague now. Very interesting. No, he is Gentry. Wait, what? He is Gentry Maocai? Nah. What is he? Wasn't he the messenger? Oh, he's talking about Gentry Maocai? That's weird. You can say that again. Although, with the likes of you in the audience, sir, I'm hardly surprised that he... No, Changhu. There we go. I think someone else is still here. That's weird. Although, with the likes of you in the audience, sir, I'm hardly surprised that he was giving it all he had. My last attendant, the guy before you, was a Guhua guy. Couldn't use a blade or bow to save himself. Learned some kind of leg-based kung fu. From day one, he was always boasting to me how his legs of steel, as he called them, could carry him 1,000 miles. And you didn't have a little endurance, yada yada yada. Oi, the legs of steel, take this kid out for a ride in the sedan chair and don't come back till he says, ah, yeah, take the child out for a ride, destined to follow in your footsteps, that's for sure. And the kid makes it the longest sedan chair ride of his life. Keeps the Guhua land running for 3 days and 3 nights straight, no food, no water, no sleep. Guhua founder or something, guys, like, honestly, good thing I got you in to replace him. Slumps down on the floor and can just tell, not going anywhere for me ever again. So, don't overdo it, that's what we get from it. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Now, let's still look for Xingqiu. I don't even know. Wait, I think it's not Xing. They don't pronounce it as X. It's more Xi. Xingqiu or something. Xingqiu. Yeah. It's written as an X, but it's not pronounced as an X. In this case, it's not Xingqiu. It's more like Xingqiu, at least for normal Westerners. But anyone else with more of an understanding of Chinese language, maybe it's Xingqiu. Maybe this is what that X means. I don't know. I just like to call it Xingqiu. Makes the name sound much more different instead of Xing. Sounds more like Kaching. Don't want to call him like that. So, let's see. Let's get all of those items, and now we can call him. He's reading it. Mr. 5-second hero. It's interesting that there's only very, very little, well, story, or at least writing in the center of this book. It's kind of wasted space around it, right? What you want is you want to maximize the space so that you don't waste as much material, because otherwise you can just make the book smaller. Or in this case, right, the open space at the bottom is actually very very good when it comes to placing the thumb, right? Because using your fingers on books actually dirties them every now and then, and it's better to dirty this the part of the page there where there's nothing to read, right? And also the edges of the paper are also prone to rip and tear every now and then, to get damaged. So if you have the content that's really important on the center of the page, then you can also secure it for a very, very long time. Maybe even maintain it by just cutting off the ripped edges or whatnot. That is a really interesting way of looking at it. Anyway. Yeah, he is not in here because he's in here, in the book. Now, give me some backstory. That guy back at Chang the Ninth was pretty bossy. The bossy guy back at Chang sounds like he's working for a Gentry Maocai. Who is this? Pure and simple. Well, forcing someone to sell stuff is actually quite... It actually changes the value situation of the trade. Because if you get forced to, you expect some damages coming in the future. Therefore, it's not just... well, what do you get from it if you sell it? You get money, right? But but they want a discount for it that is forced. So they get certain safety as a return as well, right? This is how they weigh it in a bit. So, okay, you and I have got to find a way to help Chang the Ninth. So I guess we are scrapping Operation Liu Travel Guide. We're not scrapping it, we are just postponing it a little bit, but we are definitely going to help Changi. Already finished?
この本を借りたのはこのままだと上級殿がこれを七に入れるだろうと思ったからだ。
He bought it. Well, did he? What? He borrowed it. He didn't even buy it.
彼に言った言葉は嘘ではない。恩を必ず返せ。それが義教というものだ。
Isn't that great?
この本は僕が代わりに保管する。そして彼の他のコレクションも僕が何とかする。
Big words. Let's see if he can stick to them. You already have a plan, don't you?
もちろん方法はある。すでに心当たりもあるし、あとは司祭を決めるだけだ。
And how? An initial plan. We go there and we get the books back. Like that. That's a very, very rough plan.
ここで少し観察させてくれ。あまり時間はかからないから。
And he's back in the book.
まだこんなとこにいたとはな。さっきのがただの脅しだとでも思ったか。
It's gonna be you if you open your mouth. What?
バカ派のくせに大した度胸だ。あはー、間違えた。コカ派だったな。
And what if he is part of the Guhua clan? No need to be that mean.
灯籠が斧を持って龍舎に向かうということわざがある。
And just because you have a nice saying doesn't mean you can do shit.
何言ってんだ？
帰ってくれ。強引な商売は僕が許さない。それに相手が恩ある上級殿ならなおさらだ。
And we don't even know if Chang the Ninth was an honest trader. It's just the situation he's in at the moment. Maybe he has done some very interesting, maybe even grey-ish kind of deeds in the past as well. Who knows? Because doing business doesn't... Well, yeah, if you are a large businessman, then chances are that it's not always going as easily and straightforward as you think. So...
お前、またそいつの味方をするのか？タイミングが悪かったな。今日はファデュイの方が後ろについているんだ。コカ派のやつなんて目じゃない。
僕はまだ若いが、それでも数年世間を渡り歩いてきた。悪人を恐れる必要がどこにある？
なら、この俺が痛い目に合わせてやるよ。
It's a stare. Whoa, no fighting in this village. Bang, bang, bang. It kind of feels as if he's slapping them in the face with his attacks. Interesting. He has a similar style of fighting as Albedo. There's a certain style to it. It's definitely fencing. It's more pointed and less swingy. Let's use the ultimate. There we go. That's cool. Ooh, where is this? There. Ah, come on, let's steal more damage. On earth. Hey, is there a permanent auto effect on them? That's strange. If this thing is glowing magically, then it's probably a vision. Wait a minute, not a vision? So they get their vision abilities from a gemstone? I thought this was more a personal thing. Strange.
このままで終わると思うな。覚えてろよ。
痛い目に合わすとか言っていたけど、彼には一生無理だろうね。
Well, more to Guhua than meets the eye. It's not about the Guhua thing. It's about the vision thing.
ああ、でも神の目を使って相手を倒しても弱い者いじめみたいになるからね。
And why is it
あまり
an
使いたくないんだ。
and why is it an unfair advantage? Just because you have a vision doesn't make it any unfair, right? Just because you have something that anyone else does not have doesn't mean that you are not supposed to use it. It's actually quite the opposite. Because you have something, you are, well, it kind of just depends really, but let's say you have, in terms of money, right? Let's say you have this. Let's say one person has $1,000, right? And they can use all of the $1,000, and another person has $100,000. Then is this person that has the $100,000 now forced to only spend 1,000, or is this $100,000 person capable or actually inclined to use all of their money, right? Because wouldn't that make much more sense? It just depends on what you do with it, right? But if you just force everyone else out and treat them like shit, then of course it might be a little bit of a problem. But in the end, it just depends on what you want to do. And yeah, you're just there, you have it, you might as well use it. Just like that. Not because other people would do the same, it's just that it would be a waste not to.
僕もモンパを立て直したいという気持ちはある。けど、それは一朝一夕でできるようなことではないんだ。
あいつら今は言ってくれたけど、きっとまた。
恩人殿を困らせるわけにはいかない。商売にはやり方があるんだ。この件は僕が最後まで責任を持つよ。ファドゥイが商人の味方をするとは考えにくいけど、あの召使いの態度を見た感じ、嘘ではなさそうだし、本当に手を組んでいるのかもしれない。
Deeper level, always.
それに、先ほど奴が言っていた重最高、その名を聞いたことがある。彼の屋敷はリーユエ港でもかなり目立つんだ。
I can definitely do that.
何か手がかりがないか探してきてくれないかな。
Yeah, let's find out something.
まあ、お前の考えは筋が通ってるけど、お前。
僕は他に調べたいことがあるんだ。そうだな。後でリーユエ港の玉形台で集合しよう。
I always skip Paimon's dialogue, like the last half of it. It's so sorry.
本当だよな。オイラたちを雑用係として使ってるんじゃないよな。
おお、そんな考え思いつきもしなかった。素晴らしい。言葉にできないほどの良案だ。
And he's back in his book. Very interesting.
腹が立つぞこいつ。殴りたい。
Alright, Xingqiu's vengeance may not be swift, but it will surely come. It's not about vengeance. Vengeance is such something useful. Again, the idea of vengeance is the same as not using the animal power, or the money in this case. Just because it happened to you doesn't mean that other people should have the same fate, right? Same thing. Anyway, yeah, let's help Chang the Ninth.
わかった。でも、オイラを怒らせたやつには嫌なあだ名をつけてやるぞ。
Who's the him in here? Is it Chang or is it Xingqiu?
そうだ。本の虫にしよう。
Hey, the Guhua geek. Alright. Has a better ring to it. And it's raining. How coincidental. Get to Gentry Maocai's residence and make inquiries. More than one. Well, Gentry Maocai, where are you? Over here. He seems to... Where is he? Maybe I should... Yep, he's over here. We can go down there from the upper waypoint. He might be on the... wait, what happened? That was weird. Yeah, because of that. The entrance is over here. If it would have started down there, then I would have needed to go up the stairs all the way until I end up right around the corner. Now, let's go down there. Get some flour. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Ooh. Right in the wallsies. Maybe the granny is needed for this mission, who knows. Okay, let's just have a little bit of a go around. I wanna get those flowers, just in case. Well, damn it, I can't climb. There we go. Always running out of stamina. It was, yeah, it is the better solution to have Kaya in your team, just because of the lower stamina consumption that you have while running, I believe. And Amber lowers the stamina consumption while gliding, like there's some interesting passives happening there. Alright, let's ignore those flowers for now. We have a mission to accomplish. Sturdy Woo, hello. This is the guard. Let's talk to him. A monster merchant here for a meeting with... well, we're not really a monster one. I'm definitely... yeah, let's say a VIP client. That's why it's a VIP client. And what kind of appointment is it that it is so urgent? Another VIP client. How coincidental. But we are also a VIP client. Whoa, no, we are not going to threaten him in any way. And these extra fees you are incurring to your boss, or shall I? Ooh, oh. Well, this is a nicer way of cursing him. Xingqiu kiosk. Kiosk. Where is that? The kiosk. Is it at the harbor somewhere? Well, yeah. Oh, I saw mouth is shut. No. It's not about being mean, Paimon. Not about being mean. We don't even know where the Geolord is. It was just bluffing. And how is that supposed to work in our favor if it's a Fatui? Well, yeah, we have to check first. Know thyself, know the enemy. Okay, 80-something meters. Where's the bloody kiosk? I should have looked at the map first and said, oh no! The kiosk is up here. We heard her. Was I ever inside the kiosk, or what is this kiosk supposed to be? Okay, it's not on this level. That's the storyteller. Oh. Oh, it's a Fatui agent.
しかし、部下の話によると、進捗はあまり良くないようだが、協力的ではない人間がいるとか。そうだね。
Everybody's uncooperative.
材料の仕入れに少しトラブルがありまして、石箔がまだ入手できていないんですよ。
Why are you so obsessed with the Cor Lapis? And also, see this gem? Everyone has a certain vision, but this one has the images of the Fatui, or imagery, like this flower cross thing. Yeah, if he does not sell, you can buy from something else, so why do you make such a big deal out of it? So you don't. You don't have another source for the Cor Lapis, don't you?
ならいいだろう。前にも言ったが、ファデュイは結果を重んじる。
It's nice that they only care about the results, but how is that more informative?
そのためならファデュイは支援するが、期限通りに納品できないなら。
So it's about time and about transaction.
我々の善意もただではないということを覚えておけ。
分かっていますとも。お世話になっているんですから、期待を裏切るわけにはいきません。
Oh, so it's extortion too.
ああ、結果が楽しみだ。
上級め。
Again, you seem to not have another Cor Lapis source, do you?
シゲ最高。やっぱりファデュイと手を組んでるみたいだな。
Well, he just has some business connections to them, and for some reason he's now forced to pay Cor Lapis. He does not have it, and the only source is the old dude.
このことを本の虫に報告しよう。あっちもうまくいってるといいけどな。
Well, we could tell him, but does it help anyone? We should talk to this guy somehow. Inform Xingqiu of Gentry Maocai's plan. Oh, they're also gone now. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Clerk, Ministry of Civil Affairs. What is she doing here anyway? As soon as I stop working, the anxiety just hits me. Hello? What is it? Anxiety? What anxiety? Do you ever feel like there just aren't enough hours in the day? She's just so all about work. That feeling of, I'm enjoying myself, but I can't fully relax because there is still that thing at the back of your mind. But then you still can't force yourself to go and deal with the thing. People are strange creatures. We know full well that time is limited, but we still kid ourselves by saying things like, oh, surely just a bit longer can't hurt. It's not about that. Usually you just don't say the it can't hurt, just a little bit longer. But yeah, in the end, it's not just about drawing things or taking things a little bit too long, right? It's about the whole situation, right? No one has any time anymore. Everybody tries to utilize their time as best as possible to get the most out of it. This is also why you usually enjoy your time for a little longer, right? It's just because you try to get the most out of it. Everybody tries to get the most out of their time. Maybe you should do the opposite. Get as less as possible done at a certain time. But still get a feeling of fulfillment. If you can do that, then you can do anything. What's bothering you? You'll laugh at me if I tell you, but, well, my dream is to work my way up and become one of the quick sing one day. Someone big and successful. It's not about working hard, it's about working smart. I know it sounds ridiculous. The idea of starting as a minor clerk and somehow ending up as one of the Quixing, but if I don't at least try, none of my dreams will ever become reality. So there's no time to waste. What am I doing here then? I must get back to work. Yeah, you really do work hard. If I want to become a member of the Liu Quixing, this work rate is just what is expected of me, isn't it? And honestly, I'm not working anywhere near hard enough. I've had to travel to Juhei Pavilion many times in order to settle some matters. Every time I go there, I can see Miss Ganyu doing overtime work. Perhaps this is because she works directly for the Quixing at Juhei Pavilion, while I'm just a small-time clerk. No, I have to work harder. It's again not about working harder, it's about working smarter. And usually, people that seem to work hard all the time don't think about working harder. They just do work harder because this is just what they like to do. Think about it this way. You give a person an axe and they cut down the whole forest. It's not about the people saying that, yeah, I want to cut this down. I have to work harder. I have to get this tree and this tree and this tree. No, they're just so in the zone that they forget about everything else. And these are usually the people that get into the zone and forget about everything else that end up being the bosses of certain companies, because they're so focused about companies that they're just working and working and working and working. Not because they force themselves, it's just in their nature, basically. That's what they do. And then other people have to force themselves to work all the time. Right? In this case, you can say that they found their dream job in a way. Because if you can work all the time, but don't think that it is work, but you still do it, then this is actually really interesting. One of the best outcomes that could ever happen. Finding a job that not just works out for you, but also is very pleasant. So, let's talk to Xingqiu. A man of mystery. No, I don't even know what's written in here. And if he... I think this is still the same page, isn't it? Anyhow. So, we know what Gentry Maocai is up to now. Well... we don't know what he's up to, we just know what he needs, not what he's up to. You and Paimon told Xingqiu about the story. Yeah, I guess this much. It's not about guessing. Yeah, he sounds just clever, I think. They will know what to do, will they? Why not? Wait, what? When the time comes, so I'm supposed to give the letter away, but not supposed to read it now, but I'm also supposed to read it now, now what are you? He's more about reading rather than writing text, is he? It's in an ancient script, perhaps. Secret text that needs a cipher, perhaps? Ooh. So we read it. And what is the Feiyun Commerce Guild, actually? I don't think they share a sense of chivalry, it's more about a different way of doing business.
きっと助けてくれるさ。
Will be moved to action, okay? How can you be so sure, by the way?
シゲ最高にお仕置きするなら僕たちの力だけじゃ足りないからね。
But the thing is, he did business with the Fatui. Shouldn't we give him an option to get out of that somehow? So that he... Because he is also pressed into doing the business, right? It would be better for everyone involved not to avenge someone, but to help, in this case, the Gentry.
それに僕がしたって他の人に知られたくないし。
Why don't you want to get involved here then?
上級に恩返しするって言ってなかったか？
No, I don't think so. Maybe he has some deeper roots.
ことが終われば衣を払い、公と名を深く隠す。これが義教の根底だからね。
That is just absolutely stupid. It's nice that you can help people out like that, but in the end, no one knows how things got settled.
一滴の水の王を湧き出る泉をもって報いる。それが恩返しだ。僕は貸しを作りたくないし、お返しもいらない。
But then you just end up without anything that you could exchange for a book to read, you know?
かっこいいこと言って、本当は本の続きを読みたいだけだろ。
No, it's not about him reading books, like he likes to do that. But yeah, it's... The thing is, he gets pleasure or value out of doing good in this case. It's very interesting.
では、手紙を飛雲商会に届ける件は頼んだぞ。彼は瑠璃亭の近くにいるはずだ。
無視するな。
Poor Paimon. Hello. Okay. Wait a minute. Can I even... Maybe I can read this thing. This one. I can't even click on read. It's just random text. So, 92 meters this way. You do get a decent amount of mora for these quests. It's kind of neat. Not that you actually need it, but it's just that it's nice to have. So you end up entering one of those pavilions. Or restaurants in this case.
邪魔するぞ。協力してほしいことがあるんだが、これを読んでくれないか。
She seems so mysterious right now. Why are you suddenly talking like Xingqiu? She likes him.
手紙？はあ、またか。
Again.
いえいえ、ただの憶測です。手紙を確認するので少し待っていてください。
Yeah, let's have a quick read, right?
読めるのか。そもそも本当にテイワットの共通語なのか？
Maybe you should read it out loud.
確かにこの字は真似できるものではありません。
Inimitable, whatever that means. It just means he can't read it, or like, not he, but most people who don't know about it can't read it.
お二方さん、遠路はるばる疲れたでしょう。この飛雲商会がおもてなしします。
Alright, wait, what?
焦ることはありません。手紙のことは分かりましたが、準備するのに少し時間がかかりますから。
Let's see how that ends up.
お二方さん、瑠璃亭で天津を召し上がって海の景色でも楽しんでください。
What about the other restaurant?
天心があるのか。そこまで気を使ってくれるんだな。
We are truly VIPs.
客のもてなし方は飛雲商会の必修科目ですから。客人をおろそかにすることはできません。案内しますから、お二方さん、こちらへどうぞ。
Elemental reaction. No, let's hope we don't need to do that.
適当にあしらって終わるか、追い出されるかと思ったけど。
Mm-hmm.
ほんな虫は案外やるんだな。
Maybe the Guhua clan still exists, just under a different name.
お待たせしました。手配が終わりました。重最高にはお金と勢力があるので、普通のお仕置きでは効き目がないでしょう。同じことをさせないためには、彼に上級殿と同じ苦しみを味わってもらうしかありません。
Is it really suffering that equalizes everything? Shouldn't we open his eyes for the right way instead? It's not about suffering. Suffering just because it's a negative thing. You can well, what is it? It's reward and whips basically, but it's what is it? Reward and penalty. So you want to get away from penalty, or at least creatures try to get away from it. But you do want to go towards a reward, right? What we want is for Chang the Ninth to come to our side. Therefore, we have to reward him, so he ends up at our position. If we just penalize him, therefore that means he just tries to get away from his position. But then he can end up anywhere. By chance, it might be our position, but we have to also lure him towards us in a positive way.
重最高の商いが石箔と関係あるなら、このリーユへの石箔をすべて買ってしまえば、重最高は窮地に陥ると思います。
Yeah, just buy up all the Cor Lapis, and how are you supposed to do that?
材料がなければ、どれほど優れた職人でも商品は作れませんから。
なるほど。そうなったら、ファドゥイの注文を達成できなくなるもんな。
And because we have all the Cor Lapis in the area, that means we can dictate prices and make a fortune out of that.
でも、リーユへは広いし、石箔をすべて買うなんて大変じゃないか?
Maybe it's not about buying the Cor Lapis itself. Maybe it's about buying the means of their production.
ええ、すぐにはできません。手紙に書いてあったように、お二方さんの協力も必要になります。まずはリーユエコーの中の店舗ですね。その場所を地図上に記しておきました。
I think this is not how you should do that. In this case, you should rather act at the bottleneck, because that's the thinnest part and it might be the easiest to control, right? Because in the end, the items come in and they come out, and everything in between is the bottleneck. This is where you can, well, cut the whole Cor Lapis movement. I think this is what we need to do, and then people need to buy from us in order to stitch it together.
それから双眼鏡園でまだ買われていない石箔も買っておく必要があります。
Seems to be an awful lot of Cor Lapis going around.
最後は上級殿のものですね。
おう、城内の3店舗、双眼鏡園、上級だな。覚えたぞ。
Yep, let's get all of
もち
them.
ろん購入するための費用も心配ありません。
Thank goodness. But what are we paying with?
モラがこんなに。これってルリ亭を1ヶ月間貸し切りできるほどの額だぞ。
Just a month? That's not that much. The Feiyun Commerce Guild is certainly generous with its resources. Well, just giving it towards a random person, that's kind of strange.
こういうことは初めてではありませんから、慣れてます。
But think about it. If they tend to do this action, or a similar kind, on a regular basis, then Chang the Ninth would have probably known about that, therefore wouldn't even act in the way that he does. That's the weird bit.
お二方さんはただ取引をすればいいです。運搬などは飛運商会にお任せください。
Let's do that then.
石箔の購入が終わったら飛運商会の倉庫に来れば面白いものを見れますよ。
Okay, let's see. What do we do with the warehouse?
ああ見えて案外頼もしいな。リーユエコ、双眼巨炎、最後は上級。この順番で行こう。
Oh, and there's Hunru, the waiter at the Liu Pavilion. Did we even eat anything? An esteemed guest has currently made a block reservation. What may I do for you? I just went in here, opened it up, but damn it, where's the exit? Oh, this is it. It's really difficult to figure out a way to go out of here. Anyway, we are in this case buying the Cor Lapis with an item, not with Mora itself. Because Mora itself would have been displayed down here, but we have the bag of money. It's a nice way to give the player the corresponding amounts of Mora, but not in a Mora kind of sense that you could spend on it, and then you are kind of screwed if you do that. That's because, yeah, you would just unlock the Cor Lapis amount 69, which is closest. Yeah, let's go there, and then we go and get the 2 Cor Lapis instances at the harbor. Changshun! And you can give me the Cor Lapis.
すべて？実はすでに数人と商売の約束をしてるんですけど。
Oh, several orders. That's interesting. If she has agreed to several orders, then wouldn't she be bound by contracts? In a way? So we can't just buy it.
でも口頭での約束のみで契約書がまだなんですよ。どうやら相手が悪知恵を働かせようとしているみたいでね。未だに商談が成立していないんです。
Okay, so if no one actually said yes to the contract now, then we can just buy it and everything is fine. It's kind of like buying all those graphics cards and then then selling it for a higher price, which is actually, think about it. Everybody is so ranting about graphics cards being so expensive, but it's just because they are that expensive, not because like they are advertised in a cheap sense, right? So that you can buy them. And that's like the minimum or standard price. But the need for graphics cards is actually much higher. Therefore, giving a little margin between the actual sell price in stores for the graphics cards and the value that people actually would put for those or would put in exchange for these graphics cards. Therefore, you can have some scalpers that buy all of the graphics cards and then sell them again in huge quantities, because this is how they make their business. This is how you can also pay for those automated bots that buy up all of the stores, because you have to put in some money for it, right? In order to buy up all of the content of a store, you have to put a lot of money into it. That's also something interesting. Anyway, and the reason for this is just that they want to mine some cryptocurrency and stuff like that. So there's a different need for it. It's just crypto miners, and there's no way that they can kind of separate the gaming performance from a cryptocurrency stuff, because it fundamentally uses the same way the graphics cards works, and no driver thing can actually just separate it. In the end, what we might end up with is just lower graphics performance, if there would be a driver fix for that, and that would be not good. Anyway, then let the Feiyun Commerce Guild take it off your hands.
なるほど。どうやらリーユへの商業界に新しい動きが。
Seems about their business trends are about changing Liu. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Anyway, I did not really finish the thought, I believe, because in order to scalp an awful lot of graphics cards, there has to be, again, a certain higher price that people are willing to pay for them, right? If the standard person is not willing to pay that higher price, then scalping wouldn't be as effective. It's just because the amount of customers for graphics cards increased a lot, And if that happens, you can sell your items for a greater price. And because stores don't do that, this is how the market kind of just gets the price to get to the another crossing section, right? This is how they equalize everything. Otherwise, that wouldn't happen. So, okay. Let's have a contract. Ooh. She shouldn't have said this last sentence. So it's quite common not to have any down payments in the industry, but to do the business the way she does, right? So if it's common, then this is expected behavior. Therefore, if she does the... not good. Mm-hmm. And this is how you can fix the market, just by having an awful lot of paying power. It's a different way of saying that the customer has the ultimate power, because the customer is in control of the money. But usually customers don't come with huge money bags. They only come with small ones, and different customers buy different things. Therefore it's more difficult to control the customers. But there are other ways of doing that. Ivanovich. Are you really out of stock? Well, I'm here to buy... Well, he is out of stock. Like, where is all of his Cor Lapis? Oh. Okay, so if he has none of the Cor Lapis here, maybe we can buy some shipment off of it. So you're rejecting the Feiyun Commerce Guild's business? Ooh. Does we'll take it all still count as retail? What does he mean by we'll take it all? No idea what this is supposed to do, but let's just let the name slip Commerce Guild. Interesting. It's kind of strange that just saying that name changes their mind immediately, right? But if too many people would do that, then no one would react to it. Mm-hmm. That thing is minted here. Alright. Now there's the third store, which is right down here, probably. Yep. Hello there. Mm-hmm. Because? So, let's buy all of the Cor Lapis. Yeah, best to give me an actual number. All of it. Yeah, it's for the Feiyun. Mm-hmm. I don't go advertising with it, just in case. Then what would happen if someone not from the Feiyun Commerce Guild actually does that? Alright, let's go towards the chasm, which is all the way over there. Yeah, that might be the quickest way. Just have to figure out a way to get across that cliff. Yeah, it might be high enough. Might be. Or I just hit the... No, that's not it. That might be it. Yes, that's it. I will hit that part here, I believe. Right there. Bam. Thank goodness I still had some stamina left. There.
よし出発だ冒険だ冒険
Doom dee doom dee doom doom. Ah, some helicals. Sweet. Wait a minute. Isn't this usually a mission about destroying their thingies? No, it's not. Usually it just pops up. Oh wait, even more helicals. Why are there so many? Yeah, I'm supposed to go there, so... away. I don't have any stamina, that's why I can't run. Ooh, no, no, no. Let's defeat all of them. Oh, come on. Okay, let's take down all of the archers first, and then we can focus on the melee. Ooh, people. Okay, we got that one done. Ah, yeah, it's just fire. Ooh, no. Oh, that's actually a really nice way of breaking the shield. Ah, come on.
みんながそばにいてくれれば疑似ようか今こそ誕生
Alright, just the last one. There, got it. For situations like these, I definitely need to upgrade morale just a little bit. Just so I can take down the fire shield people. What's this? Notice. The myriad mountains of Jianheng are a trove of 1,000 treasures. For deep within the rocks, bounteous jade gleams gloriously, yet sinister forces now beset the chasm. Its glorious gems are hidden in their crimson glow gone. The road to the retrieval of riches is rife with ruin. Perilous is the path to the procurement of precious elixirs. Wherefore did I immediately proceed to discuss this predicament with all in Yuhei Pavilion, that they might vote on the fate of mining activities at the chasm. Their verdict today was that it is inadvisable to continue and all activity should cease immediately. Let it be known to all, eschew lust for riches and instead pine for a better tomorrow. Be drawn not to the noctilious glow, but instead set your gaze on the perfect guidance of fate and time. I think I skipped a line there, but anyway, still makes sense. No one is supposed to mine at the chasm anymore. We are still going to investigate as much as we can out of it. Bada boom! Bam! There we go. Alright, now where am I? Ah. Ooh, there's even more to investigate. Oh, look at that. It's not about the iron chunks themselves, like they're pretty useless. What I need is... was it the white iron chunks? No. The white iron chunks give you the level 2... stones or crystals that you can improve your weapons with. It's the crystal, the teal one that you need. It gives you the highest experience. Anyway, she's Wong the Strong. Well, is he? Now we're here to buy the whole chasm.
ここにはまだ出荷されていない石箔がある。値段次第で譲ってやってもいいぞ。
How much does it cost exactly?
先方も高値をつけているからな。700万モラなら譲ろう。
That much?
はあ ?DU エコーで買ったのは全部で200万モラもしなかったぞ。
He probably... I don't even know. He might be bluffing as well. Maybe he's just trying to get the price as high as possible because he noticed that someone is paying good money for it.
仕方ないだろう。金を出すものに売るのが常識だ。それに君たちに売ってしまったら、こちらも契約違反で大金を払わなくてはならない。
Yeah, he has to pay off the breach agreement, right? That's over 4 times what it should be, you crook. And that is none of anyone's concern. If it's high price, it's high price. That's just how it is. It's poor form to just raise the price without good grounds. Well, these are the grounds. He has another agreement. That's what he said.
君たちには君たちの理由があるが、こちらにも理由があるんだ。買わないなら帰ってくれ。
Do we need to say the name Feiyun Commerce Guild? I don't think so. I think we said it.
高いけど買う。
We don't have that much.
今後この担当との商談は全部4倍で売ると旦那様に言いつけてやろう。
Ooh, I think now this...
そこまでしなくても。
Oh. Now the Feiyun Commerce Guild suddenly makes everything work. Very interesting. Like a syndicate. Maybe you should think twice before funding that. No. It's not about this. Take our money and hand over the goods.
いやいや、君たちの金じゃないだろう。そんなに本気にならなくても。
Well...
紹介の金でも多く使えば旦那様に説明できないだろう。その時はお前の名前を報告するしかないよな。お前がわざと値段を上乗せしたって。
Oy. Like the game started with extortion and... not the game. The quest started with extortion and it ends with extortion. This is what capitalism does to people.
すまない。許してくれ。
Like, who is the bad one in here, right? It's a very interesting design of the mission that... Well, you start up by antagonizing someone who does exactly that, right?
だが、実はここの鉱石の運搬中に少しトラブルがあってね。何台かの運搬車がヒルチャールの襲撃を受けてしまったんだ。
Yeah, the helicopters I can manage.
詳細な場所はこちらもよくわからない。しかし、鉱石を回収しないことには売ることもできない。
I'm here to get the situation under control. That is part of it.
どうか探してもらえないだろうか。運搬車は全部で5台ある。全部見つけてくれたらすぐ契約に応じよう。
Alright, let's have a deal.
そこまでしてもらって申し訳ない。感謝する。
仕方ない。行くぞ。
Okay, it's 5 of them. Maybe all of them are really close together, who knows? And are already defeated. No, except for the cards loaded with Cor Lapis. Oh, they're all in the vicinity. There's 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards, 4 was number 5. I would have guessed I can see at least all 5 of them. Maybe the other one is like around the cliff somewhere, who knows? It's not a huge ass mission, but let's see. Card number 1. Ooh, okay, let's get all of that done. No, this is not the card. And this one has to be mined as well. While we're in here, we can just use it up as much as we can. Now, card number 1. And who is going to pull all of them down to Liu? It's nice that we found the card, unlocked it or whatever, but we still have to move that stuff.
見つけた。この場所を記録して、後で悲運紹介の人に運んでもらおう。
In the meantime, The Helicurls will just respawn and take back that stuff. Still. What happened to the last card? Yep, items we got. Maybe the last one is around the corner? It's not. Ah, it has to be somehow close by. Maybe it is down here, who knows? Did I... I got this card. I got that card. 1, 2, 3. Yes, and this is number 4. There's still one missing. Oh yeah. Ah, come on. Every time I cut off Paimon. Okay, I have to restrain myself from doing so. And there we have card number 5. Snacks might be something very, very nice indeed. Boom. Boom. Ah, this is the perfect mining place here. Look at how much you can get. Not only from mining, but also from investigating. Basically, picking up all the ore from those cards too. So, what about the price? Depends on the price. How did you know that bluff would work? Everybody's bluffing here, right? This is business. Everybody's bluffing. Just so you don't give away the cards. It's the prisoner. Is it the prisoner's dilemma? It's not a prisoner's dilemma. It's the because they're not in prison yet. They're trying to not get into the prison. But I think it's called the prisoner's dilemma, something like that. Like you give, like you have 2 people, both of them criminals, presumably, and you want to figure out who has done the deed. And in this case, you just say that you go free, but the other one will... Yeah, you just go free, and the other one will have an awful lot of trouble if they withhold their information. And in this case, it kind of forces them to get the best option for themselves, which is always the free option, so they rat themselves out. Well, not themselves, but everyone else. And this is how you can do all of that. But it's actually quite mean. Very antisocial behavior, if you think about it. Like antisocial in a person-to-person thing, but pro-social in a... You read some criminals out, can't wait, but still. Criminals are, well, they are a symptom of this, of a much deeper problem. Similar to pain. If you have a wound in your body, then pain is some sort of symptom of it. A signal that tells yourself to keep it down for a little bit so that the wound can heal again. Same thing goes for criminals. In this case, criminals show up where there is an underlying problem in the way society works at this part of it. And in this case, they either they try to steal or try to extort people or whatnot. It usually has something to do with value being distributed in a bad way. Or that there's a certain distribution problem, again, of value. That someone has value and someone else wants that value as well, and they are going to fight for it in a different way. This is basically it. And this distribution problem has to be solved somehow. Let's start from this waypoint now. Yeah, it has to be solved somehow, and this is how criminal action comes into being. Because if you think that some good, or let's say just some money, like you try to steal money, just because you think that well, not that deeply, but it's a result of it, you just think that the money that the other person has should be in your pocket rather than the other person's. This means that there's a distribution problem of that money. And this is, and the way you solve that distribution problem is by stealing it. It's kind of a way that the market solves all of that, not by paying, not by customer and vendor kind of behavior, but by haves and have-nots kind of behavior. And then in the end, it just, well, ends up happening if the person that is in need for that money has a strong enough need that it can overlook the damage that happens from that action, right? It's very interesting, actually. Mysteriously absent. I don't know who was responsible for that. We had a long talk with the fists, somehow, and some fire, and some earth abilities. Don't tell all of the story. Xingqiu actually wanted to not have a talk. What happened? Not only that, but we'd like to purchase your Cor Lapis. He seems to be happy right now. Why? But we're not here for the discount, we are here for the normal price. No, that's not why we're here. In this case, market price. That's just market price. As if this thing is somehow written in stone. Market price just means the price at someone... Yeah. The price at which someone else sells or buys that stuff. That is what the market price is. Someone else does it. Someone else does it. This is not how you dictate prices. Or this is not how you make up prices. It's just that, nah... That's just the option for me or for someone else to actually get that product somewhere else for a different price. That's much better, somewhat. Hmm. And then what? What do they even want to buy if all of the Cor Lapis is gone? But anyway, yeah, we had a good talk. Rest assured, you are safe selling to us. The interesting bit is that we try to assure him that it's safe. but we have no say in his safety.
しかしこれだけの石箔で何をするんだ
Well, I like to keep it. I'm like a dragon. I like to sleep on it, swim in it, breathe, Cor Lapis.
実は依頼を受けてるんだ。詳細は聞かないでくれ。
See, things are never quite as bad as they seem. Nah, it's not about that. Someone else is going to collect it in a moment.
ありがとう。本当にありがとう。どう感謝すればいいか。
You can figure out the way to get me this Teyvat adventurer's guide. Don't thank us yet. Wait till we finish.
いい人にはいい報いがある。悪いやつには罰が当たる。
Karma doesn't work like that. Just in case. Karma does not work like that.
さあ旅人。悲運商会の倉庫で面白いものを見に行くぞ。
Ooh, we shouldn't have said that. Oh, I thought he would react to the Feiyun Commerce Guild a little bit. But alright. Justice is its own... what? Reward. There we go. That is a really long-ass quest. Holy shit. But I'm also taking my sweetest time as well, so I'm not just rushing through. But still. I want to go through this from the start to the finish. Don't want to break it into little episodes. One quest, one episode. Whee! Perfect game.
君たちもいてくれないと話にならない。
And what are we about to see here as an audience?
そんなこと言って、オイラたちがあちこち走り回ってる間、お前は何してたんだ？
それはもちろんきちんと新小説劇録を読んで素敵な時間を過ごしたよ。
And now he's done with the book. Now he can get it back.
進撃と邪剣、ヤジとミオ。5巻までの展開は奇妙であり、摩訶不思議と表現していいが、この6巻を表す言葉は見つからない。
So is it the last volume or is it just some intermediate volume?
こんな記書を書けるのはこの世に彼しかいないだろう。
で、それが重最高の件と何か関係があるのか？
Maybe he wrote it?
感服しただけさ。だって予想外っていうのは珍しいことだから。
But no, wait a minute. He can't have written it. Maybe it's a lot older. Anyway, you saw how everything would play out?
僕の予想が叶ったのは君の協力のおかげだよ。
Foreseen. Are you an oracle or something?
なんだ？このオイラだけわからないみたいな展開は。
Well, what did I say about... Yeah, we are going to buy all of the Cor Lapis. I think I've predicted that too.
じゃあ、倉庫に行けば面白いものが見れるっていうのは？
考えてみるといい。重最高がリーユエコーを探しても石箔が一つも買えない状況を。
Then he's going to us, isn't it?
材料がなければ契約は果たせない。契約を果たせなければファドゥイを敵に回す。
But we actually, we want him to be a good person. We don't want him dead. That does not fix anyone's problem.
そして悲運商会の名を聞いた彼はきっと腹を立てるだろう。重最高には金と勢力がある。そして彼はこんな扱いを受けたことがない。鬱憤を晴らすにせよ、問題を解決するにせよ、彼は
Certain to do what there we have.
ほら、噂をすれば。
こんなに走り回っても石箔はどこにもないと思ったら悲運商会が動いていたか。
If the Feiyun Guild, Commerce Guild, is really that powerful, why are there situations like this happening in Liu at all? Come on.
希少な鉱石でもないのに品切れになるまで買い込むとは俺を狙っているのか。
But it's also a nice way of fixing market prices on stocks. Same thing.
狙うも何も僕は恩返しをしているだけだ。それに助けが必要な人がいれば助立ちに入るのが当たり前だろ。
Well, it's not a perfectly normal response. Well, yeah, humans want to help, but this kind of help is a bit exceeding.
このままで終わると思うなと言ったのはそっちの人だしね。
身の程を知らないバカめ。これ以上言っても無駄だな。
And he also has a guard with him.
さあお願いします。ここの石箔をすべて奪ってやってください。
They don't see the big picture yet, do they? Even if they attack. Whoa.
サクへ
百発百中。
サクへ
I know that one is dead.
と今こそ誕生の時。
Come on, I want the ultimate active. There we go.
左右ルコ
There we have him.
くらえ全力攻撃だ。 冒険だ冒
Xingqiu
険。
can be used as another kind of support character to trigger the vaporize effect for the fire one. Interesting.
ただものではないな。このままでは予想外の損失になる。
So he's also a businessman. Nice.
もっと痛めつけてやってください。そして石箔を。
Well, I still am full health almost.
ファデュイとお前はビジネス上の協力関係なだけだ。お前の尻拭いまでしてやるつもりはない。
何よ。これもそちらの注文のためではありませんか。
Well, that's the order business thing.
注文の件は自分で何とかしろ。
Oh, that's mean.
行かないでください。おい、待て。
坊ちゃま、どうしてここに？怪我はありませんか？
My lord, wait, what?
あ、彼のおかげで無事だ。
Wait a minute.
お前が飛雲商会の御曹司。
That makes sense. He's able to write in this lettering. Fascinating. And it also is the reason why they immediately trusted us.
ああ、僕が国派門弟、そして飛雲商会会長の次男、行明だ。
Wait a minute. At the beginning I also said something about the Guhua clan having a different name. Ha! I predicted it.
そう、
Ah.
はめられた。
重最高、強要による売買は商人としてどうかと思うよ。ここは商人らしいやり方で解決しよう。
His business is just buying up everything.
この石箔がなければ、ファディが君をどうするか想像してあげようか。
So the best thing would be to just provide the Cor Lapis, get out of their Fatui contract, and be done with them.
いえ、どうすればその石箔を譲ってくれるんだ。
An awful lot of money and a goodwill.
上級殿には7割引きの値段と言っていたな。ではこうしよう。
70%.
通常価格の3倍。これでどうかな？
Oh, a devil, a devil, a devil.
足元を見やがって。貴様、いい加減にしろ。
Good, yeah, karma, right?
まあそう叫ぶな。買うの？それとも買わないの？
It's just a question of how much is your neck worth?
わかった。3倍で売ってくれ。それでいいんだな。
But if he ends up somewhere in the gutter, dead, that will not be a good outcome.
毎度あり。 今後とも何卒よろしく頼むよ。
Just kind of strange. We just turned the thing around, but I don't really feel as if this is a solution to anyone's problem.
お前、飛雲商会の御曹司だったのか？じゃあ、オイラたちが使ってたモラは全部お前の財布から？
Maybe it's just fake money.
気にするな。損することのない商売な上に、重最高にお仕置きできた。一石二鳥だ。
Wait, very sound investment? What kind of sound investment are you talking about? But anyway, now he controls the Cor Lapis. He can sell it for much more. And he can even get some return on it. Interesting. Appearances really can be deceiving. Don't you rich kids take calligraphy classes from a young age?
それは多めに見てくれ。僕の字を見れば僕だってすぐわかるから、ある意味便利なんだ。
オイラ、こいつのことずっと本の虫って呼んでた。お坊ちゃまを怒らせたら相手の手足を切るって仏教小説で読んだことあるぞ。
Depends on the kid.
どうしよう、どうすればいい？ごめん、本当にオイラが悪かった。許してくれ。
Just because they have money doesn't mean that we have to bend our necks too much.
君は飛べるんだし、足がなくても平気だろ。
Whoa, look at the eyes, man.
その目は本気だ。旅人、助けろ。
What kind of book did you say you read this in?
冗談はここまでにして。今回のことは助かった。本当にありがとう。
But I'm still in dire need of the Traveler's Guide.
この新小説劇録もなかなか面白かった。これを上級殿に返してきてくれないか？
Another errand?
だって僕は何もしていないのにお礼を言われるのもなんだろう。君たちは関係ないのに最後まで協力してくれたんだ。
Indeed, we did.
これほど義教の心のある人と知り合えただけで僕は満足だからね。
Now we are the leash.
坊ちゃ
Oh.
ま、お話の途中で申し訳ありませんが、旦那様の方には。
Oh, let's see his reaction.
ああ、父さんには今回の件を解決したついでに大金を稼いだと伝えてくれ。
Just like that.
だからこのことに免じてあと数日だけ時間をくれないか？新小説劇録の中に秘境の話があってね。そこに行ってみたいんだ。
What kind of freedom is he talking about? Why does he need to pay for his freedom?
そんなこと言って本当は本を返しに行くのが面倒なだけだろ。
Well, lazy bones. Businessmen are businessmen. Like, everyone is able to do something very, very well, right? It just depends on what it is and how you, well, make a profit off of that. Some people can think and some people can lift heavy weights. There's always something that you can do. You just have to find someone who is willing to pay for it. In this case, money is nothing more than a placeholder for food, really. At some point, you have to exchange it for it. Because, let's say you don't have to spend money for food, for shelter, for anything that is there for your survival, then you basically just exchange luxury goods. Anyway.
上級殿ならきっと謝礼も準備してくれていると思うよ。
謝礼？まあ言ってやらなくもないか。
It's the Traveler's Guide. Nothing to eat.
何を言っても坊ちゃまは止められませんね。
Yeah, but why didn't you tell us Xingqiu was the Feiyun here? Probably was written in the letter. And maybe about his security.
知らないとは思わなかったです。
Oh. That's unexpected.
では本を返すことは頼んだ。縁があったらまた会おう。
But in a way, he already looks like an aristocrat somewhat. Well, not aristocrat. Like a noble person. Like his whole attire, right? You have like the contrast, the well, it's not the flavor. What is this thing that comes out of the arms and the neck? Like I don't know. The braid? Is it braiding? Nah, it's not that. Whatever. The divine Halberd Monks of the Heavens. Yeah, return the legend of the Halberd to its rightful owner, which is. Wait a minute. Let's just have a look around. Are there any items on the floor? No. There we go. Let's teleport all the way up there and get the Traveler's Guide. This time for sure. Did they do anything with the stamina consumption on ladders? No, it's still going down. Alrighty.
やっと来てくれた。今朝七夜の人がわしの本を全部返してくれたんだ。
Nice. The entire collection. How lucky you are that none of their books actually got sold in the meantime.
きっと君たちが協力してくれたんだろう。ありがとう。本当にありがとう。
Well, it's that was us and it also wasn't us. It's difficult.
ああ、そう言わずに。このことはわしにとって本当に大きなことなんだから。上家はリーユエでは大きい一族だったが、わしが若くして当主を継いだ時、商売で何度も失敗して家の財産を失ってしまったんだ。
And what kind of setbacks are you talking about?
一族の栄光を取り戻そうと、ここ数年は必死に頑張ってきた。今回の石箔の商いは、わしの全財産をかけた希望だったんだ。
So he took over the business, and then it went south. So he's not really that kind of a businessman. He just likes to take care of books.
君たちがいなかったら、おそらくわしは無事でいられなかっただろ
う。お前もお坊ちゃまだったんだな。
Everybody is an heir to something.
どういう意味だ？
Well.
に来たんだ。
ああ、新書雪月記録。あのコカ派の少年、急に姿をくらませたから泥棒かと思ってたところだ。
Come on, it's a book. You need some time to read it.
コカ派、そんなにまずいところなのか？
門派自体は数百年の歴史があって輝かしい時期もあったが、今ではもう落ちぶれたな。門派の復興には新たな血が必要になるだろう。しかし、ずっと衰え落ちぶれたままでは新しい人材も入ってこないはずさ。
They don't take in different, like new people. This is why it's an heir, right?
今のコカ派の若者と来たら、例えばあの少年、恩返しとか言ってたくせに、君たちの半分の仕事もしてないじゃないか。
As I said, it's a little different. Maybe a Guhua Renaissance is just around the corner. Huh.
まあこの話はどうでもいい。そうだ。テイワット観光ガイドのリーユエ編が欲しかったんだろう。
There we go.
これは君たちにあげよう。それからほんの気持ち程度だが謝礼も。
Ooh. Finally. Yeah, trip was worth it after all. Almost forgotten about that. Nope.
鉱石も売れて、我が愛書たちも戻ってきた。本当に。
Wait a minute, but we bought all of the ore, so we can get some more of that back. What's that? Strange bookmark.
どうした？なんか落ちたぞ。
That is an interesting way of displaying another item. Huh? Bookmark? Yeah, what was that?
いや、なんでもない。
Interesting. Why is there...
あの少年、まさか。
He notices the bookmark, doesn't he? Quest complete. Yeah. Now that the quest is complete, the stuff is obtained. By stuff I mean primal gems. But we don't do it for the primal gems. We do it for the story. Oh yeah. There's a follow-up one. It's quite nice. Let's ask him again about the bookmark. So what happened? Have we met? Nope, that's not it. There is no bookmark option in here. Did I collect the bookmark? Like there was a bookmark. And I don't think that I have access to it. What's this? 1000 Years of Loneliness. The beginning of the spring. Ah. It's one of those books that I got from the store. This is not where you would put bookmarks, is it? It's this 181 Cor Lapis. Nah, that's not it. Alright. So let's let's get some achievement first. Ooh. Mortal Travails, Series 1. The Divine Halberd mocks the heavens. Collect the entire Legend of the Shattered Halberd series. Oh, that was the last one. Collect the entire Moonlit Bamboo Forest series. Sweet. And we got the achievement for whatever that is. A castle. Righty, let's look into the archive. Martial, materials, tutorials, books. And the Teyvat travel guide. So Teyvat is everything. The whole continent. So, volume 2. I blew up a few arcades so people can climb up the tower more easily. Looks quite good to me. The ruin feels more ancient now. Volume 2. Liu chapter. Teyvat Geographic Special Edition. Alice's travels in Liu. Dihua March. The northern stretch of the Bishui rivers turn into a wetland. If you look south beyond the stone gate, you will see a silver grass marsh as far as the eye can see. At the southernmost point of the marsh is an inn perched atop a giant rock. That is the Wangshu Inn, the highest point on the entire marsh. Now look south from there and you will see the Gili Plains. You can also make out the Guyun stone forest across the sea. Also, there's a weirdo staying at the inn on the top floor. I don't think I've ever heard him say a single word. Lunch is a true feast at the Wangshu Inn. The kitchen is equipped with every utensil you could imagine. Perfect for getting some practical alchemy experience. On the topic of alchemy practice, I've got a few new things to test out in my search for an explosion catalyst. If everything goes smoothly, I'll spend a few more days here, then head to the Gili Plains. Gili Plains. In the end, I came to the Gili Plains a few days earlier than I'd actually planned. Records suggest that prior to the Archon War, this area was a thriving marketplace. The foxes and wild finches are stunning here, with fur and feathers that have a certain glow about them. But I hear that they can be pests too. The Liu locals complain that they keep eating the fruit of rings to the Geo-Archon. I wonder if that gives them a fruity aroma when roasted. Maybe I should go hunting. They run a strict operation at the checkpoint on the main road, but the guards who work there are friendly people. I made a potion from some local herbs and gave it to one of them for his stutter. It cured him, but it did have some minor side effects. He now can't help but constantly imitate everyone he comes across. Not just what they say, but the way they say it. It's uncanny how spot on his impressions are. So this is the reason why. That's quite cool. Because I know of, his name is Echo, I believe. Juyun Cast. I'm told that everywhere amidst the misty peaks of Juyun Cast lives an Adeptus, the exact location hidden somewhere in the ocean of clouds. All the Liu herb gatherers claim to have seen the realm of the Adepti in all its glory revealed before their very eyes in the clouds. Based on personal experience, I can say that overindulging on certain types of mushrooms can induce visions of a similar nature. The terrain here fascinates me. So many of these stone pillars look like they belong deep underground. Not here on top of a mountain. There is supposed to be an underground reservoir here. Part of me wonders if all the water was drawn out, perhaps Juyun Cast would find itself back on the ocean floor where it belongs. My travel companion Song Li is the sternest person I know, but he seems most entertained by this theory. He won't stop laughing. What an odd fellow. Yao Guang Shoal. I've heard that the fog often rolls in off the sea onto Yaoguang Shoal, and when it's at its thickest, you can barely see your hand at the end of your outstretched arm. Unfortunately, I didn't make it here in time to see a foggy episode. It's a bit of a shame. There are so many lovely shells on the beach. I wonder how many of them have been there since the Archon War. I strung some of them together to make a necklace, but unfortunately, that fisherman from the inn sat on it and broke it, every last shell, brutally crushed beneath his merciless buttocks. None was bad. Not only that, but because he injured himself on the shards of broken shell, I had to pay his medical bills. A giant conch shell stands on the beach where the Bishui River enters the sea. A kind old lady lives inside. Her family is said to have sailed here on the giant shell, and she spends her time rescuing shipwrecked people who end up drifting near the shore. I think that repurposing the giant shell as a self-proclaimed boat would make it much easier for her to rescue people from the sea. But after I lost control of my third prototype seashells boat and it blew up, the kind old lady decided she was not going to rescue me from the sea anymore. That's the one that can, I think she can talk to ghosts or something like it, or maybe she's just crazy. Anyway, the Guyun Stone Forest. This is the site where the Geo Archon defeated the sea monster. Some of the great stone spears that pierce the ocean floor still tower above the surface of the sea. Though many snapped long ago, the hexagonal stone pillars formed from a conglomeration of geoenergy are quite intriguing to look at. Viewing from above, one gets the impression that they were deliberately arranged in their current form to make a specific shape on the ocean surface. Maybe that was the real reason the Geo Archon rained down destruction on the ocean floor with his stone spears. Maybe it was all just a big joke, albeit in extremely poor taste. Song Li from Liu Harbor seems extremely knowledgeable on Liu folklore, but I've never actually seen him come here. I can see the Wangzhou Inn in the distance. I'll bet that weirdo I met there last time is still staring this way now. The flow of the ley lines around here is unique in all of Liu. Much more dynamic, somewhat unstable. It's as if a great relentless power stirs somewhere in the depth of the ocean. Perhaps it is the defeated sea monster still writhing on the ocean floor. Or perhaps it is a volcano that is about to erupt any moment. So, let's go to that waypoint. And now we also finished another nice mission. Isn't that great? Sweet, sweet, sweet. Alright, can we do any story missions though? No. Whoa. I thought these are the only ones. There's no way of knowing that you can actually move all of the story missions to the left like that. You don't even know that. If you just... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. There should be a marker in here that displays that the list goes on, right? Otherwise, you can just have more of those quests piling up in the center. That would make much more sense. Anyway, Chaos Troubles is something that I can do in the future. I got another name card. Let's just open this up. And it's this one, isn't it? Yeah. Reward for completing all achievements under Mortal Travails. Series 1. Sweetie. And before we continue with any other missions, we are going to end this for now. And continue, of course, with another mission at another time. Until then, like and subscribe. Ta-ta!